Welcome to Man That's Cooking. In this video, we're going to show you how to make slow cooker mock tender roast. This is a budget-friendly tough cut of meat, and you want to use a slow cooker to make it tender. So first you want to chop and dice 4 sticks of celery, and then 4 large carrots. Put the chopped celery and carrots into the pot, and then you want to dice up 1 white onion and set that aside. So after you chop up your veggies, you want to take a look at your mock tender roast, and you may see some silverskin like this, or maybe some elastin membrane, and you should definitely remove this stuff. I mean, if you don't want to and you want to chew on it, that's all you. So all you need is like 1 or 2 minutes and a boning knife, and you can just start peeling this stuff off, and you want to pull that membrane while you slice underneath it, and that way you can separate the meat from the membrane. Yeah, just like a bad ex, clingy, tough, and needs to be cut loose. And so this stuff is not going to melt down, it's just going to be chewy and annoying. So definitely take that time to cut this off. And you can see right here, I mean, look at that. Do you want to chew on that? I don't know, maybe you do. Maybe you're into jaw exercising. Now, we've seen the comments in other videos, why are you slicing that off? Well, okay, you can keep yours on if you enjoy eating nature's shrink wrapping. Next, you want to season down all sides. We're using this salt-based Brazilian barbecue blend. Feel free to use your favorite. If you don't know what to use, definitely use at least salt, but you can also add in pepper and garlic to get that magical SPG. Next, you want to heat a cast iron skillet. If you don't have that, you can use your grandma's Tefal pan, if that's what you got. And we've got this at a medium-high heat, and you see there it registered over 500 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's what you're shooting for, around 450 to 500. That's going to get you a really nice sear. And you want to sear each side for about 2 to 3 minutes. And because some of these cuts of meat can be a little oddly shaped, you can use a pair of tongs, and you can hold it on the ends like this. And don't you worry, this is not cooking the meat at all. It's going to be still very raw in the center. But what we're doing here is we are creating flavor both on the meat, and we're putting some what's called fond inside of this pan. And that is flavor as well. For this step, you're definitely going to need to open a window and put on a fan. You may need to take the battery out of your smoke detector, or if you've got the AC kind, well, good luck when the fire department shows up. And once you sear all the sides, set this meat onto the countertop and let it cool down. Next, deglaze your pan with a splash of that beef broth, and then add the diced onions into that pan. Use a wooden spoon to stir everything around and scrape that fond off the bottom of the pan. Then you want to add some minced garlic and keep cooking this until the onions become somewhat translucent. This is a 2-day recipe, but that is completely optional and up to you. If you want to follow the 2-day recipe steps, you do all your prep work that we showed you at night, and then you put everything in the refrigerator, and then you assemble your slow cooker in the morning, turn it on, and go to work. And when you come home, you've got a great meal waiting for you. If you decide to do this 2-day cooking method, there are some food safety issues to be aware of. Your seared meat and cooked vegetables should cool for no more than 30 minutes on the countertop before putting it in the refrigerator. So to be safe, let it rest on the countertop for like 15 minutes, then put it in the refrigerator for at least an hour. You want to go maybe 2 hours. And then, if you want, you can combine it into the slow cooker pot with the other vegetables. You want to let the onions cool down as well. Move the pan off the burner and let it rest for 10 to 15 minutes, and then add the onions to the pot for the slow cooker. And after your meat has chilled in the fridge for at least 1 hour, you can combine everything together into the slow cooker pot. Put the lid on. We did not, just so you can see what's in there. And you're good to go tomorrow morning. All right, it's bedtime for the beef. Tuck it in and let those flavors have a sleepover. Okay, it's the next day, it's morning time, and we're gonna peel and cube 2 russet potatoes. This should only take a few minutes. And the reason to do these potatoes the next day is because if you expose them to air, like the night before, if you prepped this, they're gonna turn brown. I mean, it's not gonna hurt you. It's not a big deal, but they're gonna also soak up some of that liquid, and they're gonna get really mushy. So the next day is optimal for doing the potatoes. And you're gonna need to put together the beef broth mix as well. So here we're gonna add the remainder of the can of beef broth. Remember that we used a little bit the other day to deglaze the pan for the onions. And then we're gonna add some Worcestershire sauce and some tomato paste. Then you wanna add this mixture to the slow cooker. You can pour some of it on the beef if you want, it doesn't really matter. And that's pretty much it. So that's maybe 10 minutes prep time in the morning, and then put this on low for 8 hours. Here we are at about 4 hours, and then 8 hours. Look at that. Those potatoes have a good color. There's quite a lot of liquid in here from that broth and that came off the meat itself. And we're going to use that and create a gravy. First, we're going to take the mock tender roast out and set it aside and let it cool. Then we're going to remove the vegetables out of the slow cooker, put them into a bin, and set that aside. Even on high heat, this slow cooker did not reach proper temp for gravy. If you have the same issue, you're going to need to use your stovetop, so transfer all the liquid into a small pot and put that on medium-high heat. Then you want to make a slurry with 1 tablespoon of cornstarch and 1 tablespoon of water. Stir that into the pot and let it thicken up. If you need to add a second round of a slurry, go ahead and do that. After the beef has rested for at least 15 minutes, you can slice it or you can break it apart into bite-sized chunks just like this. And when the gravy's done, go ahead and put everything back into the slow cooker if you want to keep everything on warm while you're serving. Otherwise, you can transfer it to a different pot, but you know what? Why not just use this one? Now, for the cooking science nerds out there, you're going to need to reach at least 203 degrees Fahrenheit for the cornstarch to activate and start to get thick. So if your slow cooker is older, like this one here, you may have some trouble making the gravy directly in this insert in the slow cooker. So stovetop is your best option for that. But hey, anyway, here we go. Take a look at this. Does this look good? Do you like this? I mean, it's like pot roast, but this is not using an expensive chuck roast. This is a cheaper mock tender roast, but it's just as good. So hey, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, click like, click subscribe. Check us out at manthat'scooking.com. You'll find a lot more recipes there that you might love.